Hello guys, and welcome to the PressOnNail Girlie. This is going to be a do my nails with me. I hope everything is in frame. Keep in mind that this is a temporary, and I mean temporary, filming location for my nails. Also, because I am new at trying to film these things, let me move this a little bit. I want to make sure that you can see this okay. Sorry if this is moving and jumping. I want to just say for this first video, until I get better at this, I am only going to be filming my left hand. All right. I will have a final outcome, okay, of both the hands so you can see them. But I'm only going to be filming this hand so I can make this process quicker. Because obviously we all are a little bit faster when no one's looking. So as I get better with these videos, of course, I will get quicker. And the presentation, the lighting, everything will change. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope you can see my hands okay. And there is a few things that I want to do before we get started. These are the nails right now. They have been on since April the 2nd, okay? It is now, I am filming this video on April the 21st, all right? And so, yes, there is some growth happening. This nail is a little loose. Don't know whether you can see that. Everything else is pretty much on there, though. Okay, everything is on there. Can I stretch these? Yes. At this point, I mean, from the, what did I say? The 2nd? I believe it was the 2nd. To now the 21st. I could have definitely kept them on easily for 30 days. But I really like to change my nails up, guys, every 2 weeks. Now, sometimes 2 weeks will go beyond the time. And that's just because of what's going on. If I love the nails, if they feel comfortable. For the most part, they all wear like this. I am going to have my full review on these nails, where they came from. I don't want to talk about that in this video because I want to try to get to the point and let's get to it. I don't want to talk it through too much. I am going to introduce all of the players that we're going to be using today. Everything will be linked. I do not have an Amazon storefront right now. So there's not going to be a storefront for you to go and check out yet. I will be creating that. But everything, if I can link it, I will. All right. The first thing that I want to start with is to show you the nails that we are about to put on. And I have a little hack, so bear with me. I plan on trying to at least timestamp. So if by the time you get this video, if you're tired of me talking and you want to get to it, you can go ahead and either fast forward on the line, or if I timestamp it, just get to when we start. But I have a nail hack, and these are going to be the nails that we're putting on. You will see a real wear review on these because everything that I decide to wear, I will have a real wear review. I am not going to get into these particular nails right now because this is just to do my nails with me. Every single thing that I wear will have its own video with where I got it from, okay? We are going to be doing these today because I don't want to cut my nails down under here. And this, if you can see, I will get into that when I take these off. But what I have noticed about wearing chrome nails, and I have an example for you, is on a set that I did. This is what the nail looked like, okay? And I do have a real wear review on these. It looks a little nasty, but I saved this to let you know. And this is what was on top of it. So it kind of sat like this. And the whole design came off as well as the chrome. So because this set does have 2 chrome nails, we're going to do a hack that I seen online before we even put these on, okay? So I'm going to take them off, take this out the package. And yes, these are handmade acrylics. This is a medium, and I will give you again all of the details when I'm ready in the real wear review that hopefully will be linked with this video. The real wear review on these and the real wear review on these. at some point. All right, so this is gonna be my handmade acrylics, okay? I got 2 chrome nails here. So what I am going to do, that's my adhesive sticker, of course, in my emery board or nail file. I just wanted to take that out because it was easier. I have what's called the nail glue dryer. And I am going to be trying this for the first time. I've seen a hack that says not only does this help to dry the glue when you do your press-on nails, you can spray them on the nail and spray them on underneath the back of the nail. Per the individual, I do not remember what her name was. I apologize for that. But also, it dries on contact, leaving a glass-like finish, right? So I've had great luck with embellishments and things and nail designs staying on, and this is supposed to be, it looks like a little cat eye type of deal, which I thought they were very cute. I'm going to be filming some tarot videos on my other channel, so I definitely like the aesthetic of the moon and blah, blah, blah. And I decided that I wanted to isolate these 2 nails and spray them because according to the hack, if you spray, supposedly, I don't know where I got this from, but I seen it and I hurry up and bought this. But if you spray the chrome, it's not going to come off. And I hope that that's the case. So this is going to be one embarrassing video. So because they're already really shiny, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to spray the whole thing and I'm going to sit them to the side, let them dry, and we're going to get into this prep. Here goes nothing. All right. Maybe I shouldn't have sprayed the paper, but what difference does it make? And they feel pretty dry, but we're going to just put them to the side for now, guys. The purpose is so this chrome won't come off. Not for the rest of the stuff on here, because this, I'm going to do a real wear review. Nothing came off on these, but this is a different brand. Different shop, I'm sorry. So I really only did this to make sure that the chrome nails, the chrome does not come off. Now that they're sprayed, we're done. We're going to set these to the side, let them dry until I am ready for them. And the first thing that I am going to do is spray my hands down with some alcohol, because I have been touching all sorts of stuff. I do not like to wash my hands before I get started because I don't want water in there. But I do want a clean surface because your hand can definitely dry out. And see, I thought that before we introduce you to all of the players that I had my cuticle oil here, and I do not. So I'm just going to have to film that, stop it, and film it afterwards because I don't got time for this. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is go in with our Jello 1 kill gel remover gel. I do a Jello peel off base coat, and this bottle is almost gone. As you can see, I can barely get any out of here. And I'm gonna go ahead, yeah, it's not giving me any, and just saturate the nails. I got another bottle. I don't have time for this. This is slowing me down. This is my new bottle. If I can get this out, that'll be great. Now, I'm going to be doing, you're going to see it. It may look strange to some of you guys, but this is just how I roll. All right, here's my new bottle. That didn't even break off. And I'm going to be putting that on there first. Now, I have another hack. That goes, I like to put that in the back. I know that sounds weird. I hope you can see my hands in the frame. I like to put that underneath. And then I'm going to sit that to the side. And then this is my holy grail. This is Glamnetic press-on nail remover. And I'm almost out of this too. And what I like to do with this, if I can open it, is I stick that on the top. Is it overkill? Maybe. but it works for me. So now I have the Jello working on the inside of the nails. And then I have the press-on glue remover working on the part of the nail everywhere that it's growing, and I have some new growth. And I know that this is probably going to be the controversial part, but this is how I roll. I have these C-curve nails in my kit. Let me move this up a little. Here we go. I have these C-curve nails in my kit. My a press-on, no, it is an acrylic kit from Kiara Sky. I don't use these nails. I'm not doing any acrylic. I have acrylic. We'll get into that later on. But what I do is I bend this. This is the thumbnail. And basically, you know, these little sticks that you see people going underneath and doing all of this. I don't do that. I like to use a nail. And to me, yes, you can do this while you waiting on everything. You know, you can definitely go in there. You see, that's ready. You know, but that's breaking up that glue. I don't necessarily like these, but I have them there. I like to go in with a nail. And honestly, I just put it right underneath there. This is not popping off. All I'm doing is just putting it underneath there and just letting it loosen up. I don't rip anything off. That felt comfortable enough for this to go. So I'm going to stop and allow the product to continue to work. So, you know, it may be controversial because some people figure that maybe this is some type of pop-off method. It's not. I have product under there that's assisting me. All I'm doing is I feel like this is more effective. I'm not ripping. I go until I put this underneath until it gives. And I stop when I feel that it's resisting because I don't want to pop anything off. So I'm doing the same thing with this one. And this one is feeling very generous. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. There we go. You see how easy that is? And look how beautiful that nail is. So I'm going to sit that there. And we're going to go under here. And I'm going to try the same thing here. I hope this is in the frame. Okay. And then I'm going to do this. This one may give me a little bit of a problem. My pinky fingers always give me issues with the nails. Always. Like, okay, so I wiggle that in there. This is feeling like it's pretty good and it's going to come off on its own. Yeah, so, you know, that's it. That's it. You see how easy that was? That's my pinky. Now, that'll bend a little bit. I have more. They came with the kit, so I just use them. Bend them. That C-curve helps me out very much so. And then once I do this, once I get through all of the fingers, I just start again. I'm going to give that thumb a little moment. And I'm going to come back over here. Hope you can see this. Nothing hurts. Nothing's being ripped. I just wiggle from side to side. Side to side. This one is feeling like it's giving a little bit, but I got a little resistance up there. I'm going to stop. So now I feel like I'm going to go in with a little bit more Glamnetic. Okay. And I'm going to basically just go underneath the nail. You see what I'm doing there? I hope you can see this, guys. And this is the Holy Grail. That's my Holy Grail item. That really does work fast, too. I'm going to introduce you, once I get all of these nails off, I'm going to introduce you to what the other things that we're going to be using today. All right. And I'm going to get into why I shape my nails like that. I don't know whether that's it's not really a stiletto, obviously, because I don't know. I don't know, but I'll get into it. So we're going to go back underneath the thumb. Boop. And it popped right off. You see that? That's it. So I end up keeping a lot of this one kill gel remover. because I basically just go underneath with this. But the other one, I've been using this. I've had this stuff for 9 months since I started doing my press-on nails in September of last year. So whatever that official time frame is, guys. All right, let's get to this one. Just rock back and forth. I feel it, and there we go. Look how beautiful that is. Came right off. Look, my nail beds are nice and protected. There is no damage. There is no pain. Yeah, that nail is getting a little obnoxious. All right, last one. Boom, and that's it. All right. And I can totally use all of these nails. I can definitely clean these and reuse them. And I may. Not every set, guys, survives. I'm just going to let you know. Not every set survives. But this vendor, this shop, has very much so high quality nails. So I typically, you know, can try to reuse. Do I? Not really, because honestly, the nails are so affordable. It's almost as if I damage one, I don't feel bad. But these are very well handmade, very well made is what I wanted to say. And so I definitely will be able to reuse these. And if I do decide to reuse these, which that'll be its own video, I will show you how I clean them because they're sticky. All right, so we're going to put those over there. Sorry. And now we are ready. So the first thing we're going to go in with, I don't know what this is under the towel, is the Beauty Secrets cleaning alcohol. As you know, guys, this cleans impediments, and it's ideal to use on nails. It cleans impediments, cleans nails before the use of other nail products. So you can use it just like you use regular alcohol, and it's 70% by the volume. I use both. All right. Today, I do have both for educational purposes, but if you just had one, that is completely fine. The first thing I'm going to do is actually clean my impediments. Let me move some of this out of the way. I'm putting the press-on nails out of the way. I do go in with this one tool here, and I am going to clean this and my nippers. I know that I'm not using them on anybody else but me. But because I'm doing my own nails at home, I think that it's very important to go in and clean this stuff. But I don't want no problems. So it's always easy for me to just go in and do a little clean. And then I got these are what? No lint wipes. I'll link these. Everybody, if you're a nail girly, you know you get these off of Amazon. And that's clean. That's one. And then especially with these, because I have a tendency to use this for everything I'm trying to do, and I really shouldn't be using it incorrectly, but that's what I'm doing. I have. So I really need to make sure that this thing gets clean. All right. And I didn't want to do that ahead of time. I wanted you guys to see real time what we're doing. All right. So we have all of the nails off. Check that out. It's looking pretty good. Nice and healthy. I chose this design with the exception of this one and this one. I chose this design Okay. I chose this shape because it was easier for me for square nails, almond nails. It just is a universal shape for me because I don't have to worry about like sides coming down. Like I try to get it's not perfect because obviously it's not about how well I shape. It's just about making sure that these sides don't stick out of the press-on nail. Does that make sense? So what I like to do is go in and reshape everything first. And this is the deep V, I guess, that I like to have on the nail, but obviously every nail is not cooperating like my thumb is. So this is what we're doing. And I couldn't find my square. Can you see that? I couldn't find my square file. So this file it came in the Kiara Sky kit. It is an 80 grit that should do the job, guys. I mean, we're not doing acrylic nails or polygel or gel or any of that. I just want to make sure you can see this because I have to maneuver in a way. Sorry if that looks strange, but I hope you can see that. Why do I go in and shape first? Because it's easier, in my opinion. Because once I start putting the other products on there, it's just going to make it go by really fast. And now I can go in and sharpen those edges up. Because I want from, I don't know, like from, if you can see that, but from where right here, the tip of the finger all the way up, I want that to be as sharp as possible. Because it just helps for me, for a seamless application. Because I don't have to worry about, and I'm just going to come up with my own verbiage here, sidewall spillage coming out or sticking out on either side of my press-on. I do not like that. All right. This one broke. So obviously, I'm actually going to go in. Do I have my clippers with me? And give me a second because I want to clip this now that it has grown up a little. So, of course, I didn't grab my clippers because I didn't think I would have to clip anything. And, yes, you hear me rummaging through. And I can't find... Oh, I think nope. I can't find my nail clipper, guys. So, we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to keep moving here. All right, so I'm going to go in and pull that down. And just really just make it as square as I can. I mean, on a diagonal. And it's not going to be a perfect science on this nail because it did break. So did this one. So I'm going to have to just do this. Because it really isn't anything in there. I just want to make sure that I get as much as that sidewall off as I can. And then finally, this baby pinky. They broke. I said that like 3 times, but they did. And no, it wasn't the press-on nail. They just broke. Actually, I don't remember what happened with this one. With this one, yes, it was the press-on nail. And you're going to see when it's time for me to put the glue on that sometimes if you have a little bitty finger like this, if you put glue all the way on this particular nail and you have any nail, if you do too much, you may rip off the nail trying to get it out of that. I don't know what happened, but that's what happened with this one. I don't know why that was like that, so I'm very strategic now. I've learned over the months that that probably wasn't the best thing to do. All right, so we got everything that we need here. So we're going to go in, and we are going to start to push this cuticle back as much as we can. I hope that my nails over here are not distracting, guys. Sorry. I was going to put on a glove, but I decided not to because it's just, I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to get this over with. I apologize if there's any shaking. All right, that's one. I kind of have to do it like this. I apologize if, I hope you can see that. Go over there on that side wall, get that. This is all of the skin. And this is a part of a prep, and it is essential. I'm going to get all of the crap off of there, but some of my cuticles, I don't feel comfortable with going down too far because, again, I'm not, I'm a press-on nail girly. I'm not licensed, so I don't want to go too far and be doing things and then screw some up. So I just get as much as I can. And even with the little prep that I'm doing, I'm telling you, this step is essential, guys, to keeping these nails on for as long as you can keep them on. And I must have did a really good job the last time because I really don't have a lot of cuticles. I'm looking like we're going to clean all that up. But let's get this together. Everything will be linked for you, by the way. All right, can you see that? I hope so. 'Cause I can't see. Okay, so I am going to go in. I call this the rough draft. And I'm just going to get as much as I can carefully. I'm not focusing on perfection because there's going to be plenty more that come off when I actually go in with my drill. And I want to talk to you about the drill in a second when I introduce it. Now you see there's still some on there, but that's fine. We're going to move to this nail. I'm just focused on trying to nip as much skin that I can get off of here that may get caught up and turn into little pieces of rubble. I guess it's not rubble, but you know, it will, if you don't get this off, then it can get in the way. Does that make sense? You see how all of the skin that's on the actual nippers, this is exactly what ends up in places that it doesn't need to be. So I try to go in and I say the rough draft and get the big skin up first. If that makes sense. All right, let's move. I'm really proud of this nail because I typically like my cuticles and all of this skin grow on these nails. And for a long time, I didn't feel comfortable with using these. Because I'm just like, what if I cut myself? I was very intimidated by this tool. But now, I feel a little bit comfortable because I don't rely on them solely to assist me. Because I'm an at-home professional, and I'm only the professional of my nails. So, yeah. All right, that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and get that skin off of there. This is gross. I apologize. This will be improving, all right? Now, I'm going in with the Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover first. And whatever I didn't get off, you just put the gel around the cuticle. Whatever I didn't get off, this is going to assist me a little bit. And sometimes I do go in with this twice, and then I'm going to let that sit. This is supposed to be an instant cuticle remover. And OMG, I cannot see this, but it says squeeze on the cuticles after 15 seconds. Push them back. Well, I already pushed them back. So I'm not doing that. This is how I do it. I just wanted to quote you guys on the amount of time that the bottle says. I am probably going to push them back again. I mean, technically, but I go in without doing it first because the peel-off base coat kind of makes these cuticles pretty pliable, if that makes sense. All right, so I don't necessarily have to wet the cuticles to go in, but I will, depending on how I feel it looks, I will go in a second time. All right. Ooh, our nails are looking good over here, guys. I can't wait to put them on and show you. We're almost there. All right, I feel like it's been about 15 seconds. I'm going in with my non-lint. And I think it did a decent job, right? So I'm going to go in and do the same thing for all of them. Just clean that up. Looking really good. Really good. I like the way they're looking. Perfect. And you will get better at this if you know, once you go in. I mean, because my cuticles, to me, they're like, I don't know, infant cuticles. It's just like, do you really even have a cuticle? It just looks like, some people have those deep, beautiful cuticles. I love those where you can truly see the let me go in with a stick. You can see their cuticle where the nail ends and begins, and then you can really get that press-on nail in there. I don't have that on my hand. I got like alien hands. You see it a little bit right here on my thumb. The thumbs always look good because of that. But the rest of these nails is just like, what is we doing? It's like alien cuticles. All right, now we are going to go in with my drill. This is, it will be linked. This is the Melody Susie Series P PC6 PC760G nail drill. Why did I get this one? I do have other nail drills, guys. I didn't feel comfortable with those drills. I didn't know whether I was taking off too much skin. I just always felt like I was doing too much. So when I linked this one, it comes with the bits. It's basically sold as a manicure pedicure drill. And I love this big old thing right here. I guess, like, to me, it feels like you just pop that in there. It does have a light on it. And it does have this other piece, guys, that you can put on. It's like a little, these are the nail bits, or the bits for it. Sorry. It has this little thing. It's like a little cap. I always thought that that thing was cute. But this little thing right here, I never use it. And I think it goes on like this, right? And then you pop this on there, and then that's in there. I don't like the fact that this is shaky. There we go. And then you press it down again. I never use it, but it has a light. You can see that light. And then if you know, wanted to go in and do that, I guess I can use it since I already got it out. Uh-oh. Can you see this? To me, this thing is distracting. Like, but we're gonna give it a go today. I never use it. What I'm doing right now, let me move this alcohol. Sorry, guys. This is in my way. 1 second. Okay. I am just going in gently. This is on baby. Do you see that? It's on baby. And I'm okay with that. Light is on because personally that's all I need. There's nothing on this nail plate that is going to give us any problem. I'm just going in and buffing off the old peel-off base coat that may still be on there. That's all. To get the nail smooth. Nothing that you have to, you know, be an expert about. See? And then we're going to move on to the next one. And I do circular motions, guys, because to me, it just helps my process. I do circular motions. But by all means, if you are and I'm going like in that cuticle down there to get that. If you are an expert, go ahead and do you. Hope you guys can see this. And I try to get, I have a bit for that, so I'm gonna go down there. Let's do this one as well. This is an awkward little handstand, isn't it? Jesus. There we go. Now we go into this one. Even when it like just did that on my finger, that doesn't hurt. I guess because I have it on baby. And then, okay, come on now. Go in and do that. It keeps happening. That's because when I do this, when I'm not filming, oh my God, it's so quick. So I'm trying to make sure that you can see it. And it keeps slipping, sorry. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. Look at that. So now I'm gonna cut this off and I'm gonna go in with the next bit. Let me pop this off, you just pop it off in there. I'm gonna go in with this bit to focus on the cuticles a little bit more. Pop that down. And then you find your groove. Come on. That hurts. That's why I don't use this cup, this little cuppy thingy. There we go. Pop it in there. It's on baby. Now I'm gonna go in and get what's left of the big skin from around the cuticle. As you can see. And it is on baby. This is all I need. This does not hurt at all. Guys, I hope you can see this. Trying to remember to put this in the camera. But it's just so easier if I have it down. We're gonna get through it. Let's see. I have to do this, guys. I'm sorry. I hope you can still see it. This drives me nuts. Let me go back in over here. Yeah, I gotta do this. I have to have this hand anchored down. Oh yeah. Just going around the cuticles, getting all of the skin that we didn't get the first time. This kit is for manicure and pedicure. I have not used this on my feet, but you can definitely use it on your feet. I'm feeling really good about this. So we're gonna cut this off. And I'm gonna go in with one more bit. Let me put everything up. And guys, it's lights out for this cap. It's getting on my nerves. So I'm gonna wipe her down and put her back. I never use it. You probably will not see me using it in this video again. I mean, in my videos again. I'm done with this thing. That's my garbage. I'm gonna stick it right back in the bag. I try to keep my stuff nice and clean. So we're gonna put that back. We're gonna put, I'll just blow into it. We're gonna put that back. And then we got one more bit that we're gonna go in with. I feel like this one also goes in and does a finer job with the cuticle work. Again, put it on baby, same thing. I feel like you can really get in here and really focus on it, whatever was left. You see how the thumb has an actual cuticle? The rest of my fingers do not have that. This is gonna be cleaned up in a hot second. I like this because it can get over in these grooves and really get down in there. And I'm gonna tell you also, guys, this is my comfort level. I feel like with this machine, it really makes a difference. Now, if you are a hand file type of girly, do you. Whatever works. If you feel proficient with that drill, do you. I think we're good. And we are done with our drill work. Uh-oh. So there's a reverse. And just to let you know, baby, adult, medium, fast, and strong. And maybe if you guys want a review of this thing, I'll give it to you. I don't know what this is on this, but I'm going to go in and wipe this down a bit with a little bit of the... Because I really like to do this when I'm using it. I don't know what this is. There's something on it already. But that's fine. All right. She's been wiped down. She goes back. And so does the bit. We are done with our drill work. I will link that down below. Now, this is what we're looking like. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the blue bottle, and this is just regular alcohol. I kind of want to see where I am. We're going to go in with a regular isopropyl alcohol. It's also 70. Going with a non-lint wipe. There we go. Take a look at where we are. Okay. With that, I don't have to use a buffer. I used to have to buff. I don't have to do that anymore. And I think for the cleanup, I'm going to go in one more time right before we get this on. We are looking at what? We're 40 minutes in. Oh my goodness. I really didn't want it to be this long, but I feel like it's important for the first video to be long. So when I start taking shortcuts and doing things, you guys, you know, I always have this video to reference back to. We're going to go in one more time with this cuticle remover. It's going to finish cleaning up what is there. Is that necessary? No. You do it to your preference. I'm just telling you what works for me. As you guys already know, I just feel like it's going to just set aside that one extra, you know, it's going to, you know, dissolve what's left. Okay. While we're waiting on that, let's check on our nails. We've already, yeah, I don't know. Remember how they looked in the beginning? Do you think that they look shinier? I don't know. These are a medium, guys. I do have issues with sizing because they're not custom. When I do that, I'm getting some more wipes. I need to get definitely some more. Things are going to be changing. You'll see. All right. I don't think they look all that much more shiny than they did, but that's fine. I'm going to actually spray them when I'm done. I can't wait because I normally do my nails at night and I don't touch water. I'm done with my waterworks for the rest of the day. That's it. All right. This is what the nails are looking like now. How do you think they look? Where's my file? We got a little residual right here. There we go. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I'm loving it. Loving, loving, loving it. All right, we're going to go in. I think that's been about 15 seconds. I am liking what we got. So that is all the nails off. Our prep in between our, that is really long. I guess at some point, guys, I'll cut that thumb, but I'm loving it. That's why I chose this longer set, because I don't want to cut that thumb yet. And when I was a salon nail girly, just to let you guys know, and maybe for fun at some point, I'll post some pictures. I wore acrylic overlays over my real nails, just to let you know. All right, here we go. I think we are done. I'm going to go back in with some regular alcohol. Wipe us down again. And now we are going to be ready for the fun part. Okay. Now, I've seen a lot of people when they do their videos for their press-on nails that go in with a Jello peel-off base coat or another base coat. What I'm going to do now is I'm going in with the Born Pretty Nail Prep Dehydrator. I used to use that acid primer. I stopped using it. I noticed when I first started, I was using that acid primer that went with this. It's a dual pack. I will list it. To me, guys, I did not like the way my nails didn't last as long. And I did some more research and somebody recommended my next product. I'm going to go in twice. You don't have to. You can also go in and dehydrate your nails with alcohol. You can use either the regular isopropyl alcohol that I have, or you can use the Beauty Secrets cleansing alcohol. You can do that too. So sometimes whatever my hand can touch and reach is what I grab. But honestly, it was a game changer, at least in my brain. That to have an actual nail dehydrator. Once I did my research and found out that I should use a non-acid adhesion protein bond, this changed the game. It changed the game on my nail wear length time. It also changed the game on my retention. The that, and honestly, I love that. I love that. I think that that has definitely helped me. And now they'll stay on forever, okay? So now we're going to go in with the Young Nails non-acid adhesion protein bond. All right. This is just what I do. So you dehydrate. Now you go in with, now in that pack, again, that pack is going to have the acid primer. This is a non-acid primer protein bond, and it has changed the game for me. Trust me. Change the game. All right, now that we have all of that on there, we only need one coat of this. Now is the fun part. We can go in with our Jello Peel Off Base Coat. This bottle is gone. Like literally, there is nothing in here. So because I don't want to be aggravated, we're just going to go ahead and break the new one out, which is here. Because at this point, I do not want the aggravation, guys. There we go. And we are going to go in with our first coat right on top. Try not to get this on your skin. If you do, because we're not perfect, just go ahead and wipe it off. Okay. That's one. I've been noticing when I first started my prep, and I've used this the whole time, that one coat is fine, but lately I've been rocking out with the second coat. That's just me, guys. Do you need two coats? Absolutely not. One coat has been completely fine. If you were to ask me why I'm doing a second coat, I just find for me, all I'm doing is going to clean this up on the sidewalls, guys, because I am heavy-handed. Okay. All right. I find for me that a second coat helps for situations that I have run in where I have been a little too heavy-handed with the glue. All right, let's get our... When I have been heavy-handed with the glue, we're going to go in, guys, for 60 seconds. When I have been heavy-handed with the glue, it has completely destroyed my first coat of the peel-off base coat. And I feel that because I'm not perfect, and sometimes I may be a little heavy-handed when you see what glue I use, and the fact that there's not an applicator brush, I find that sometimes it just protects me. It gives me an extra layer in my head of protection. Now, is that an at-all, be-all, proven scientific reason? No. But if you're watching this video and you want my tricks and tips, that works for me. Some people may say it's overkill. Also, guys, I'm going to tell you, this isn't a cheap product. It is an investment. But I do have a place where I order mine from that I normally get it. I think I go to, is it Dodo Skin? And they typically have the peel-off base coat and 1 kill gel remover combo for like 20 bucks. So it may not be much off, but I've been ordering mine from there this entire time. I believe they are in China. Okay, 1 coat down. I'm going in with my second coat. And I don't have to be, you know, now typically what I really focus on is just going on top of, going really on top of what's already there. I don't have to be as perfect because now I can see what's shiny And I just pretty much go over that. So I will link all of these products again. Oh, I'm missing a nail. There we go. 60 seconds is what we're going to do this one for as well. Let's do this. And then we will be ready to press on finally. I'm going to try to time stamp this, guys, as much as I can so you can see everything. All right, this is the Sun UV LED application. I've had this thing since COVID. 60 seconds. I've had this since COVID. And I've done every press-on nail, anything that I was trying to do, gel manicure, whatever I used to do in when we were shut down, I've used this. I am going to invest in the AI one. I cannot wait to get that one, but that's going to come later on down the line. For now, this one does good. I don't like the fact that this can still kind of harm my skin, but really the only time I go in for curing is when I'm curing this peel-off base coat, but still curing is curing, right? So I want that one because it will be less harmful, because I do this exact prep every single time I'm about to take when I put nails on. So, you know, I feel like it's important to me to invest. It will be an investment in, you know, my skin. And did I hit 60 or 90? Because I feel like we're already past there. 60 seconds is all we need, so I'm going to stop it. All right, and that's my second coat. Now we're going to go in with our alcohol, which is in the blue bottle. And then we're going to actually go in and take that tacky layer off to give the nail something to adhere to. And that's it. It comes off just like so. We are ready to apply. Look at that. Yes, look at that. All right. Now, here are our press-on nails. If you get press-on nails, handmade acrylics, whatever you get, and they come like this, 9 times out of 10, if you get a package that looks like this, is probably quote-unquote handmade, regardless of whether it's plastic with acrylic top coat, whatever they're claiming that they're using. So what I've learned is if it doesn't tell you, you know, the direction or what you use or what hand is what, the top row is always the left hand and the bottom row is always the right hand. The right hand. All right. And I'm going to stop this and come right back because, of course, I am getting a low battery. That's what happens, right? Give me 1 second, guys. And we are back. All right. So we're nice and charged. That didn't take long, but I didn't want to wait for a charger to come. My bad. So, again, like I was saying, the bottom is for the right hand and the top is for the left hand, all right? So we are going to go ahead and apply the first one so you can see. And then after that, I'm going to go pretty quickly because I go out of order. Yes, we are going in with the Beauty Secrets nail glue. I do have a glue video that's going to be coming on the channel. This is what I'm rocking with right now. It does the trick, okay? Now, when I am applying, I go in right in the center. And then what I do, because it doesn't have an applicator, is I kind of take this. It's going to feel a little funny because it is on this peel-off, is on your peel-off base coat. So it feels a little weird. That's that. I know for a fact that I always get issues with, I try not to put any glue up here because this nail is going to probably stick off anyway because it's too darn long. But I'm going to keep it that way. That's why I chose these nails. Now, can you put some I like to do like this so gravity can kind of pull that glue down, because again, there's no applicator. Can you put glue in the actual press-on nail? Yes. I would, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I don't put a lot. Just like, I feel like, honestly, that's just one little bead, and then you can just rub it around. I like to make sure that, and I did that because, and of course, it has a bunch of crap on it, just because I like to wipe that applicator off. We're going to go in, we're going to start there, we're going to press down, and that's what I'm doing right now. I am kind of holding my nail up like this as I press down at the same time, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to hold it. And I'm counting to 30. 30 seconds first, and then I kind of take a look and see where we are. All right. So as you can see, I should have cut that nail because look at what we got going on over there. But that's fine. I wanted to be said also that these are a medium. My thumb and my middle finger never fit. Mediums fit on my index finger, my fourth finger, and my pinky. Mediums do not, for some strange reason, fit on my middle finger and my thumb. I am going to go and shape that nail underneath to match this nail because I do not want it coming off. And while I'm sitting here, let me wipe this applicator off because, okay, there we go. What I like about the Beauty Secrets applicator is that, and I've tried other glues that work. The problem is that the applicator is a piece of crap, or the brush-on glues, which I love. But the problem is that it will stick. The bottle will be stuck closed. I know you guys all have went through that, and it is such a pain in the butt. First nail on, I do got some sidewall to clean up, but we're going to leave that alone for now, and we're going to move on. I like to go in with my pinky next, guys, and I'm going to do this the right way, which is to put a dab in the nail first. One little dab, and I really don't like to sit the nail down, which is the reason why I did it the other way, but I'm doing a video. I'm not doing this by myself. So with my pinky finger, I am very careful that I do not go all the way up to the top. And I did the same thing on my thumb. When you have a nail, of course, it's easier. When you don't have a nail, it's harder, meaning that glue will rip that nail off, and that's not what you want. Okay? All right, so I didn't want to touch it like that, but then we're going to do the exact same thing for this. And I'm going to, again, I got some glue spillage. Oh, that is cute. I've had these nails. Well, when I do the real wear test, you'll see. But I got a little spillage, and I want to get that off of there right now. I want it off of there right now. And we're going to go back down. The reason why I wanted to get that off of there is because when it's time to go in for that cuticle oil shot, and like if I try to dab anything on there to grab that, I don't want anything to go on there and dry, and then it dries white. I do not like that. Also, if you have a nail, cut them down and don't be like me. This thumb is obnoxious, but that's fine. This is ideal length, but I'm doing some experiments with that nail. So that's the reason why I'm leaving it long. Hint, hint. I'm going to be doing some swatches of some polishes on that nail, and I'm going to need a nail free. So that's why I kind of grew that nail out. On this end, on this hand, if you were interested, they're all short because this is, yeah. But yeah, I got some things coming up to use that nail. So that's the reason why I kind of needed some length on it, if you were wondering. And voila, look at that. We are good on the sidewall. We have a little spillage over there, but it looks like we are nice and dry. Sidewall to sidewall is looking like we're fine. That is what we're looking like, and I try to make sure that we put this on straight. All right, now we are gonna go in with the index finger next, which is that one. And then sometimes I like to go on there. Oh yeah, that is pretty. Oh yeah. And guys, again, if you're interested in these nails that I'm putting on today, I will have the link. I want to make sure that you have the link for them. But if you do want to wait, I'm going to do that because I want that to go down some. If you do want to wait for the real wear test to see how these are going to wear, you can do that as well. Either way. All right, and now that we've done that, let's put a little dab, like literally one ball. And then you just basically take it, and I don't go past or go all the way up there at all. There's no need to. There's no need to. That's just using too much glue. And trust me, I've been there before. All right, so on this nail, I have to kind of put it towards me to ensure that I am putting it on straight because my hands are a little weird. And we do have some spillage, so I'm going to grab that before I press down because I'm gonna more than likely press down some more. All right, so that's on there. And let's go ahead and hold this. These are pretty. Wow, I like that. I hope this chrome lasts. I am gonna, now once I have the nails all on, I am gonna spray that chrome on here again, guys. That's what that's looking like. I don't like the spillage on the side though. You probably can't see it. Sidewall to sidewall, we're looking okay. We just have a little glue. But I am gonna spray this chrome nail again. And I'm gonna file this nail down a little bit, but yeah, I want to see if the hack is gonna work because I have not had a pair of press-on handmade acrylic press-on nails that I typically wear where the chrome hasn't come off. Now, don't get me wrong, I know that chrome, it will come off, but yeah, I'm just like, I don't understand. That's on there. And you see I have that nail there. I may go in, for those of you who have nails, if you are like me, I'm gonna go in and fortify that the other way as well. But we're gonna move on. Now I'm gonna do my fourth finger. Now I suggest that if you take all of these off and they all look the same, you leave your bottom row on so you can know what nail is what. So obviously we know if that's the pinky, then this is the fourth nail, so that's the fourth nail finger. Because trust me, at first I was like, what have I done? I used to like take them all off like I was some type of expert and would get all jacked up and didn't know what I was doing. I was like, okay. All right, so again, I don't go all the way up. I'm just taking a bead of glue and making sure that I cover it all around. And I'm gonna go down for a second so gravity can bring that down. Just for a sec, and then I'm gonna go in with this one bead, and then I'm just gonna take that up. And I like to get around, as much as I can without going out. And sometimes if you put too much, just do the same thing. Gravity will pull that glue down this way, okay? Because that's what happens if you put too much. Here goes nothing. Oh, that is gorgeous. Make sure that this is, there's a little nail glue seepage because I had to make sure that this was straight. And if you can see what I can see, this is why now I get largest. I don't know. I feel like I would rather file down the nail to fit rather than having a nail that doesn't fit. That is pretty though. Look at that. Oh, wow. I love it. It's shimmering. All right, let me hold it. And so I would rather do that. But some nails, and it really depends on the nails. As you can imagine, every shop uses a different nail. They're ordering their nails from people. I can't wait to do some of these bigger companies that I have ordered from so I can let you know. Some people don't want to, order handmade acrylics. They want to do some of the larger companies. I got reviews for them too. As well as, some companies that you love. And honestly, I just wasn't a fan of some of them. I can't wait for you to see those. But for now, let's stick to the script before I start talking too much. And that's that. Looky, loo. We are almost done, guys. Last nail. What a pretty, pretty nail. We're going to go in with our glue first. One bead. Take over to the side, just like that. And then we're gonna do a little bit more. And I don't have to squeeze. This is already coming out. And I typically just kind of go around. I don't really want my nails to get caught up there. And now that that's there, we're gonna do the same thing with this. Like I say, that one little bead, I just make sure that I saturate the entire thing, where I'm trying not to put too much in there. It's just the eyeball thing, guys, until you get used to it. All right? I don't need gravity to help me with this one, but I may need gravity to help me with that. So we're going to go down like so. And that stuck a little bit, so we're going to wipe the sidewall off. It stuck to my finger. And then here we go. I hold my hand out this way, and the reason why I do that is because I am notorious for putting my pinky fingers on, my middle fingers on crooked. So I do see some hair off of my hand. And this does not fit sidewall to sidewall. As I already told you, it is definitely just like my my thumb. This one fit. Sometimes this is the same way. It really just depends on the nail. This probably could have stood to come over a little bit, but that's fine. So we're going to hold this. And I can finally wrap up this long video in a second. I am going to do just a little bit of cleanup. And then, of course, I'm going to do my right hand off camera. And then I am going to take pictures of the nails so you can see. I am ecstatic about, as much as these nails are cute, I am ecstatic about them coming off because, again, these spikes, I scratched myself up constantly, guys. Constantly. Okay? Constantly. All right. This is what we're looking like. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And, of course, I'm getting a little dry. So just give me 1 second because I did not bring my cuticle oil in here, which is my fault. So I'm going to stop this again. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, and forgive me because this is all gross. I did not have my, those nail, it looks like this, but it's larger. I have a brain fart right now. I apologize because now you see all of this. And honestly, the majority of this is just schmutz, so I apologize. We are going in with the cuticle serum with jojoba oil from Be Pure. This comes from the dollar store. Now, I apologize in advance if you can't find it because this is, I just found it myself. I don't like oil necessarily with my press-ons. I know that a lot of people say, well, if you just put them on right, that shouldn't matter. It matters to me. I'm a cuticle serum chick. And then when I just found this and I've been using it, and it works perfectly. And I also go in with Burnt Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream, okay? I am going to do a little bit of cleanup. Unfortunately, all I have right here is the, hold on, I'm going to get a little bit on here first. Don't fall, and it fell. This is the, it's soak off, but it removes. It has coconut, vitamin E, grapeseed, and it's a remover. I don't really necessarily like the pure acetone. I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna put this right here, but I have a feeling it's going to fall. 1 second, guys, because I knew that this cap was gonna fall. 1 moment. This is what happens when you, here we go. When we do our first video, I'm gonna look back at this in like 6 months and be cringing. All right, so we have a little bit on here, and I'm just gonna go around. Just a little bit. And what I'm doing is just cleaning up any residual glue that is on here. And my hands are hella dry now. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, as you can see, this is well used. I go in with my knuckle because you wanna make sure that you get this on. And I put any residual here, and then I just get in there and with my other fingers and take it from there. I'll go around and I try not to touch the nail with it. It's just strictly for the nourishing around the cuticle. Okay, same with this. And looking better already. All right, and then the same with this thumb. And then I rub the rest of this in. Now, going in with both right now is a little bit of an overkill, but I am going to show you how I apply it, because I feel like they do the same thing. This one is considerably more expensive. All right. So I'm going to, for purposes of this video, go in with overkill. So this one is easier. I'm loving on this one. I got a couple. I do a dot. You don't need a lot. All right. That's it. I like the fact that, shout out to Dollar Tree too. I'm not sponsored, of course, by Dollar Tree. That'll be amazing. But I just feel like, you know, it does say apply a small amount to the cuticle and, you know, massage in the circular motion, blah, blah, blah. We know that. But I love the fact that it has, you know, jojoba oil in it. And I wanted to show you both. Uh-oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to show you both because I felt like some of you guys may not be able to find this.
Welcome to the Press On Nail Girlie channel.